Hi everybody, just see if it's recording because I'm recording on a different camera, yeah. Hi everybody and welcome to my video. This is going to be my makeup collection, my long awaited makeup collection. I hope you enjoy watching. I'm trying to do it in the day so I get a little bit more light in here, but I probably still will put the lights on. Everyone always does a disclaimer, shall we say, at the start of their video, that they're not bragging, blah de blah de blah. I really don't see you should have to do that, or anyone should have to say that, to be honest with you, because it's your makeup, like this is my makeup. If you don't want to watch, I have got a lot of makeup, so get yourself a brew, sit down. I don't know how long this video is going to be on for, but it's going to be on for a while. I'm not going to swatch everything, obviously, but I'll just show you what I've got and try my best to while holding the camera steady. But if you don't want to watch a load of makeup, then please click off this video, or if you're going to leave negative comments, then please click off this video, because this is a happy video and this is what people have requested to see my makeup collection, and this is what I'm going to do for you guys. It's quite hard looking into the lens because I'm filming on my new camera. What else do I have to say? Just that it's going to be a long video. I've got a mixture of high-end and low-end drugstore products, but I have got a lot to go through. Yeah, I know some people are going to say, oh my god, why has she got that much makeup? And I do think it's bonkers myself that I've got so much makeup. I have seen bigger collections, don't get me wrong, I've seen smaller collections, I've seen much more bigger collections. So some people are a lot more bonkers than I am, but this is my collection, and yes, I do agree that I'm bonkers, but it's become like a habit, if you like, and a hobby, and I am a hoarder and I won't throw anything out. I'm really, really bad at hoarding things, especially makeup and clothing and stuff like that, but it's just my hobby and I enjoy my hobby. And I have checked and none of the stuff has gone off, because I know a lot of people are going to say, well, that's gone off, this has gone off, that'll need throwing out because it'll go off. How's she going to use all that makeup? I have been through all my makeup and none of it is off. I've tested it all. I've got mascaras that I've had from like 2 years ago and they're still fine and they're still wet. It's me that's using them, it's not you. So if they're alright on my skin, then thumbs up. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. Please give it a like and please share this video on Twitter. It would mean the world to me for everyone to see my makeup collection, and I hope you enjoy it. And now I've got to pause the video somehow because I don't know how to on my camera. Right, I'll speak to you in a minute. Bye! Right, hello again everybody, I'm back and this is my setup now. Hope you like it. The bed's just been shoved over, so it's still a bit of a mess because I have to sit on my bed, you see, to get to my dressing table because the room's very small, and that's why I've got my makeup in the corner, the dressing table there, and yes, we've got a dryer, a tumble dryer in the bedroom because we're so short on space. I'll just show you that's what I record on there, and that is my tablet. I usually have that, I'll show you, usually have that in the middle of my dressing table here, and that's what I record on. And then I have a mirror in front, as you can see. Hello! There's my mirror on my dressing table, hope you can see that. Then I have these two spotlights, hope you can see them too. They're from the range actually, they're just basically spotlights like that. Got a necklace dangling from it. So yeah, I just have them on usually, so they're nothing, they're not daylight bulbs or anything. I just can't fit anything else there, so yeah, they're just normal things, normal lights. Then I've got my number 7 mirror, which I use, that's what I look off to in the side when I say I'm just going to look off into the mirror. I use my number 7 mirror. And then I've just got some perfumes here, River Island, Britney Spears and Marc Jacobs. This is really handy, this light, if you're wondering what this is. It's a touch light that Jamie's dad got me for Christmas, and it's got little lights on it, little LED lights, and you just turn it on and it's really bright, if you can see that. It's not to do my makeup, but it's really handy for doing your nails under, because you can see everything. So yeah, I use that, so I really like that. Then if you can see, I've just got some random brushes on the top here that need cleaning, so Well, all of my brushes need cleaning, to be honest with you, but they're just there. Then I've got this Love Heart, Love Laugh, Live, Laugh and Love there, a coaster there for my brew when I have a brew. Then I've got these holders, and I got these from the range as well. Jamie got them for me, so it's holding all different things. These are 2 MAC brushes that I own. That's a Smashbox brush that I own. Then what are these? I've got all these Maybelline Colour Drama pencils here. Then I've got my MAC foundation there, my face and body foundation. I've got some mascaras here, just different ones. I've got a Too Faced one there. I've got a Barry M one there. I've got a Big Eyes one there by Maybelline, I think it is. What is this? That's my MAC one. And that is an Urban Decay one. I've got a lot of Urban Decay primer potions that I've had out of palettes. I've got some brushes here. I think these are Eco brushes. They're really soft and fluffy. These are eyeshadow sticks by Urban Decay. So yeah, this is not very good at focusing, this camera. Press the AF button. So they're Urban Decay ones, all in there, just eyeshadow sticks. Then this is an Urban Decay Heavy Metal glittery eyeliner, liquid eyeliner. And then in this pot I've got my eyebrow stuff, my eyebrow setting stuff. I've got just a random brush there. I've got all like eye brushes in here. Then I've got like Real Techniques brushes in the back. I've got the NYX Picks ones, I've got blusher brush, my contour brush, I've just got powder brushes, my foundation brush at the back. Then at the front, what have I got? I've got a Benefit mascara there, I've got a Dior lip gloss there, got another Urban Decay primer potion there. So that gives you an idea. Then I've got a eye primer there by Beauty UK, which I always use. On this side I just keep out a few bits. There's my sponge, very dirty, it needs washing. Pro Base, I always use that most days, so I keep it out. I use that every day for my eyebrows, the MUA thing for my eyebrows, so I use that all the time, so I keep it out. That's just got a little bit of a few earrings in. I don't know why I've got clove oil there, but I have. Little Barry M Dazzle Dust MUA thing for your nails. All these eyeliners are by Urban Decay, I think. Yeah, I think all of them are by Urban Decay, so they're all my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide-On liners. Most of them are minis, some of them are full size. Then if I go across, I've got a pot here with just a few brushes in. That's a Smashbox brush that I got given to me, a retractable one. That's the Real Techniques retractable one. That's another Real Techniques retractable one. In this pot here I've got just random eyeliners that I don't use as much, but they're not Urban Decay, so I just put them in there, but I still use them, but not as much. In this one is all my lip liners. I've got Urban Decay, I've got MUA, I've got Rimmel. As you can see, just all sort of different ones. I'm not going to go through them all. But yeah, they're sort of eyeliners. In the back here I've got more brushes. So more Urban Decay brush, not Urban Decay, more Real Techniques brushes, a big powder brush. Can't remember what that is. That's another foundation brush, that's the stippling brush, and then basically I've just got more brushes. So that's that. In this pot here I've just got a L'Oreal cream there, but in this pot here I've got all, I don't know if you can see that, but all lip glosses, and they're really nice straws these, and I got these off Jamie as well from the range. And these have got all Fake Bake lip glosses in, these are. And that one at the side is a Clarins one, I think, which is really pretty. Then in the next straw I have got lip pencils, and mostly, I don't know what they are. What are they? Who are they by? I've got Max Factor, I've got an Urban Decay one, I've got a Barry M one, Maybelline, 2 spare Maybelline ones there, and just a few more random ones. What else? In this drawer I've got more lip things. These are by Revlon, and these are the Colour Stay liquid lipsticks. So these ones at the back here stay on your lips for ages. They're really nice. That's just a Revlon lip gloss. That's a Gloss Me by Sleek, and that's by Topshop, and that's a lip pencil, lip bullet. In the next drawer, just move that out of the way. In the next drawer, these are all my MUA lip looks things. So they're all by MUA. Next are the Apocalypse Matte lip products, which are gorgeous. The next drawer, I've got the Bourjois Velvet lip things. Then I've got the Matte Me by Sleek. Then I've got 2 lip creams by Topshop. Then this is another Topshop one, lip varnish. And then I've got a L'Oreal velvety, I don't know what it's called, but a L'Oreal one. Then in the last drawer I've got all my Revlon Colour Stay, and I think these are the matte ones. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they're the matte ones. And then I've got 3 L'Oreal Glam Matte lip things, and I absolutely love them drawers, and I use the items out of it quite a lot, so I hope you can see them okay. Next I am going to go into my drawer, which you will see here. There's a long drawer on this dressing table, and I'll go into that. Right, I'm back with the drawer open. I'm not going to go through everything, but I put boxes in this drawer from Poundland. They're just like plastic food boxes, like takeaway boxes, but they're really handy. In this one I've got blushers. I've got a NYX blusher, I've got W7, I've got ones from Topshop, I've got ones from Accessorize Cream Blush. What else have I got? I've got a MAC sort of highlighter there. I've got a Dainty Doll blush. I've got another Topshop glow thing there, highlighter. And then in the back, I don't know if you can see that, I've just got some more blushes. I've got some Sleek blushes in there. What's that? That's NYC blush, some Sleek ones, just whatever in there really. I've got my foundations, which I use mostly in here. So I've got Revlon Colour Stay one. I've got this Glow Skin thing, Wow Skin by 17, which is really nice. Then I've got the primer, which I always use. That's my Revlon primer. Then I've got the Wake Me Up foundation. And then I've got a L'Oreal foundation, which is the Infallible one. Then what's this? That's the Stay Matte by Rimmel. Then I've got the Revlon Nearly Naked. I've got a W7 foundation there, and what's that? That's a Pore Minimizer by Clinique. So I'll just put them back in there. In the next one I've got my concealers, which I use sort of most of the time. So that's some W7 concealers there in a palette. Then I've got a Smashbox concealer there. It's not focusing yet, there. And then I use this all the time, and that's a 17-18 hour one. I've got a W7 one there that I use on spots. I've got that one with the sponge on top. I've got one from Miners. I've got, what else have I got? I've got a Revlon one there. I've got, just put these on the bed. I've got a Stila, is that Stila? Yeah, Stila one there. I've got Collection one there. What else have I got? Another one, number 17 there. I've got Focus and Fix one there by Makeup Revolution. I've got Max Factor one there. And what's that one? That's a Clinique one there. And then these two highlighters are from Topshop. I don't think you can buy these anymore, but they're really gorgeous highlighters. I love them. If you want to go into detail about anything that I've got, please leave a comment, because I'm not going into detail in this video because it will be too long. What else have I got? In this one here, I've got like powders or bronzers and stuff like that. I'm not sure why that's in there. That's meant to be in there, but I haven't got the space. That's a CK blusher. That's the Revlon Nearly Naked powder. Then I've got the MAC blot powder there. I've got my MAC, what's that called? Soft and Gentle highlighter. I've got another MAC, that's a bronzer there. What's this next one? Oh, that's another MAC sort of bronzer that I use there. That's the Beauty UK one that I use for contouring. I don't know what I've got at the back. Two highlighters by MUA there at the back, if you can see that. Then here I've got palettes at the front, which are more neutral palettes that I use sort of daily, or I use more often. I've got the Smoked palette by Urban Decay. Then next to that I've got the Smashbox Full Exposure palette. It's very dirty because it gets fingerprints all over it. And then next to that I've got the Nude palette by the Malm. Then next to that I've got the Smashbox Double Exposure. Then I've got my 3 Naked palettes, the number 2 one there, number 3 and number 1 at the front. Then I've got the Naked Basics palette there, the number 2. Then I've just got my bronzer there, my HD Brows bronzer. I've got some blushes here, and that's an e.l.f. blush, that's Makeup Revolution, and that's Makeup Revolution. There's one fallen here, and this is a blush stick, and that's by Gosh. Then I've got my 24-hour colour tattoos all there. I think I've got most of them. They're all underneath each other, if you can see. And these are just number 7, sorry, cream eyeshadow things. Don't know why I've got scissors in here, but I have. They're a set of Urban Decay mini lipsticks at the back there. So you've seen all this. What's that? Model Zone eyeshadow. Then I've got Avon eyeshadow. Then I've got number 7 eyeshadow. So I'll just move along. In this one I've got that W7 Loads of Lashes. And then I've got more eyeliners here, and these are, I've got some Smashbox ones there, you can see. That's a Smashbox one. I think I've got about 4 or 5 Smashbox ones. That's a new Smolder Coal. I love the Smolder Coal if you're looking for a black one, by Soap and Glory. It's gorgeous. And then the rest are Scandalise one. Rimmel Scandalise, I've got quite a few of them in there. So yeah, more Smashbox ones there. And that is my Urban Decay cream eyeliner in Perversion. Then at the front I've got more cream liner and more sort of liquid liners. L'Oreal, Rimmel, that's an Urban Decay eyeliner as well, and it's brown and it comes with a brush. There's a Clinique one, there's that new one that I didn't like from, what was that one, Colour Drama, Maybelline Lasting Colour Drama Gel Liner. It was a bit weird. A Gosh one there, which is amazing. Then I've got the L'Oreal Super Liners, I've got quite a few of them. So yeah, that's basically it in that one. And then I'm going to stop the recording here and I'll have to join up the videos. Right, I'm back, and I was just in this one next. What is in this one? It's just eyeshadows. I've got front cover eyeshadow, I've got Vivo eyeshadow, I've got number 7 palette there. What else have we got? I've got a Smashbox palette there. Then these are L'Oreal ones. What else have we got? There's a NYX one there. I'm going to have to put these away neater in a bit, I'll just show you. accessorise ones there, which are really pretty. That's a B from Superdrug. I can't remember what the brand is. Is it just B? I can't remember. Then I've got L'Oreal ones there. What's that? That's another accessorise one there. Going in and out of focus, sorry about that. So in the next one I've got not all my mascaras, but the ones I'm sort of using and I want in this drawer. So I've got Bourjois Volumizer, I've got one from, where's that, NYC. Then I've got quite a lot of these Scandalised ones because I really love them. So there's one there, there's one there. Then I've got this Kate Moss one which I use mainly all the time. Then I've got that's that Miss Manga one. It's okay, not very good. Then I've got collection one, Skyscraper. I've got Mega Plush Volume by Maybelline. What else have I got? I've got the Avon Super Shock. I've got the L'Oreal one, which is white on one side, black on the other side. I've got another Scandalised one there. Then, as you can see, I've got a clear MUA one. I've got another one there. I've got a Miners Cosmetics one there. I think that's a mini Lancome one. Yeah, it's a Lancome mini one. I don't know what that is. That's by Elf, and that's the one that I didn't really like, by Rimmel. And that was the Wonderful Eyes one, or whatever it is. So I've moved along the drawer a bit, and here's all my sort of baby lips and lip balms and Carmex and Tints and just all different ones that I use. I haven't got loads, but I use them ones. Next are lipsticks, just sort of random lipsticks that I have nowhere to sort of keep lipsticks, but I'm putting all my sort of random ones. I've got Playboy ones, Miss Sporty, Natural Collection one there. What's that one? Is that MUA? That's Makeup Revolution. I think these are old. Who are these by? Maybelline, I think. They're old Maybelline ones. I think they're older Maybelline ones. That was from Poundland, and I can't remember who that is by. But just different sort of random ones in there. I've got quite a few. And then in this front box here, I've got another load of lipsticks in this one. This is the one I'm wearing today, if you saw me at the beginning of the video. I'm wearing this, and I love this lipstick. It's NYC, and it's in the colour Blue Rose. I love it. This is a L'Oreal one. These are I've got a few of these, and they are the 14-hour Maybelline lip ones. They're okay, but I'm not that keen on them. I thought I did like them, but I don't like them as much as I thought I did, but I've got quite a few of them there. Then I've got the MUA lip bullet thing one, and then these, I can't remember who these are by, Wet n Wild I think. I've got a Collection 2001 there, that's the Little Mix one. Is that a Gosh one? I think that's a Gosh one. I've got The Only Way is Essex. I've got a Kate Moss one there. I've got a 17 one there. I've got another Rimmel one there, and I think they're MUA or something, or they, yeah, MUA ones at the bottom there. So that is in that one. Put them there. Then in the next bit I've got even more lipsticks. So that's a Lancome one. That's a, I think that was from H&M. Then I've got this Rimmel stick thing. Then I've got another one, and that is this W7 Mega Matte thing. I've got more Revlon sticks, but these aren't the matte ones. Then I've got that one, and that's by Rimmel as well, Colour Rush. That's my favourite. They don't sell it anymore. It's from Collection 2000, and I love it. And just more in there, as you can see, Apocalypse, and another one I think I got with the magazine. And then in this one I've got W7, I've got one by Astor, I think that is. I've got is that Juicy Tubes? Juicy Tubes by Lancome. That's another W7. That's a Revlon liquid lipstick. That's Marva Lips, and that's by Soap and Glory. Then at the end here I've just got some eyebrow products, Browse That, and I've got the Sleek one and a few liners for my brows, which I don't really use now because I'm using something new. Then I've got mirrors, makeup mirrors there, another makeup mirror there. Then I've got some testers or some things to use there, Urban Decay, L'Oreal things, more Urban Decay. It's just basically all Urban Decay things. So that, guys, is what I keep in my drawer and on my dressing table. So I'll shut that drawer and I will go to the drawers next. Right, my legs are killing me after bending down. I'll start at the top here. I've got brushes and that in the corner, and sprays and bits and bobs and creams. I'll show you in these two boxes in a bit if I remember. I've got lip glosses and stuff in them, and they're Beatles boxes. I think I got them from TK Maxx. On this one is a load of creams as well. You can see L'Oreal, DKNY, Lacoste and all that. Sprays, Lancome stuff. Then on the top here I've got all my MAC lipsticks, 2 Lime Crime ones, all my MAC ones, Urban Decay ones, 2 Hello Kitty ones because they look really cute. I've got a random Kate Moss one there because I must have been using it. I got these from the pound shop, these holders, and they're Holding Collection 2000 lipsticks, and also they're Holding Collection lipsticks as well. My 2 hair things. In these drawers I've got the Scandalise Eye crayon pencils, and they're the Kate ones at the end, so I've got quite a few of those. In the next drawer I've got all different coloured liquid liners, so most of them are by Barry M, I think, all different liquid liners, colourful ones. Next ones are the lip tar things that I got from H&M a while back. Then I'll go to my drawers. Not my knickers, my drawers. Then in the top one I've got all my foundations. I didn't know what I was talking about then. Foundations. I've got the Fit Me foundation. I've got BB cream. What's this? I've got another Clarins BB cream. Another BB cream. I've got my MAC foundation there. I've got Revlon colour stay. I've got another Revlon colour stay because I've backed up on it. I've got a Wet n Wild one there. I've got a, is that Maybelline there, Match Perfection. I've got a Revlon one there, Age Defying one. I've got, I backed up on the, what are they called, L'Oreal Infallible ones as well. So I've got one there, I've got one there, and I've got another one underneath, and an NYC one at the bottom. Then all these ones are by Clinique or Clarins. Clinique. All of them are different Clinique ones in all sort of different shades, so I can mix and match. That one's a Fit Me, and that one, that's the mousse one. These are them L'Oreal sort of mousse type ones, which are okay, not too bad. They're W7 mousse ones. Then what else have I got? That's a Pure Focus Zone, that's by Lancome. That is the Fix Perfect primer, the other one, but not the matte one. What else have I got? Number 7 Beauty Lotion. I've got a Clinique foundation there. I've got Collection one there, the cream foundation. I've got a MAC cream foundation there, and I got a Sleek cream foundation there. Then I've got a Clarins one there, and another Clarins one there, and another Clarins one just there, if you can see. And then at the back I've got all small ones down here. That's not a small one, that's a primer by W7. I've got smaller, which I still do use, like Clinique there, if you can see. but I've got a load of them at the back. Then I've got some Stila ones here, which I got from Poundland a while back, so that's basically what is in my top drawer. So my next drawer is powders and stuff like that. I got the HD Brows bronzer there. I got a couple of them because I stocked up on them because I love the bronzer. These are just shimmer things by Constance Carroll, so that's Stila powder there, and then I've got MUA powder there. I've got highlighters there by Beauty UK. Then at the bottom I've got a big sort of palette of powders, and that is by Soap and Glory. I've got Colour Match Perfection powder there. I've got Stay Matte by Rimmel there. I've got a L'Oreal powder there. What else have I got? I've got a Wet n Wild powder there. What else? Undress Your Skin highlighter. I've got like an organic Physicians Formula powder there, which is really pretty. I've got another Physicians Formula powder thing here, that's gorgeous, really pretty. I've got a Lancome bronzer there. I've got a Bourjois bronzer here, HD Brows blusher there. Another bronzer here by Rimmel, I think that is. A Chit Chat bronzer from Poundland, an MUA sort of highlighting brick thing. Famous powder, more powders, Chit Chat powder. At the back there I've got a load more sort of, I don't know if I can get it out, hang on. So then blushers were there as well. Wow, they look a bit bright in this light. They're not that bright, there we go. They got sent to me for a review from somewhere, but they're really nice. So I've got them, they're blushers. Then I've got more blushers. If I just go back to this, I've got a Makeup Revolution one, got a W7 Africa one there. Then I've got my MAC blusher there. What else have I got? I've got Miners blushers there. I've got a W7 one. Who's that by? Beauty UK. I've got a Maybelline blusher. What else have I got? Got an MUA blush. I've got a collection, Natural Collection one. I've got a cheek tint there, that's by Miners. What else? Oh, I've got my amazing Bobbi Brown blushes in there, which I absolutely love. I don't like to use them because they're that expensive, but I got sent them as a gift. This is from Poundland, and that's the Makeup Gallery one. Then I've got Chit Chat one from Poundland. I've got an NYC one. I've got two sleek ones, and they're sleek 3 in a row, where you get 3 blushes. I can't remember which ones I've got. Does it say? That's California something, I don't know. I think one had a cream one in it, and that's Pink Sprint. So I've got them, and then in the back there I've got these, what are they? These Rimmel Wake Me Up blushes, and I got these from Poundland, so I got quite a few of them. Then I've got more cream blushes there by Revlon, if you can see that. That's an Accessorise one. I've got a cheek and lip tint by Soap and Glory there. And that's about it in that drawer. So the next drawers, I've just got more eyeliners. These are cheaper eyeliners, I suppose, MUA, and ones that I don't use as much. Saying that, I've got a Clarins one there, that's not cheap. But then I don't use these ones as much, but I just keep them in here. I think it's that by Urban Decay. Yeah, that's an Urban Decay, so that's not cheap. But just ones that I don't use basically as much are in there, if you can see. Then I've got glittery liners in the next one. Mostly just cheapy ones. I've got one Urban Decay one in there. Barry but mostly just cheapy glittery liners. The next one I've got coloured liners, coloured, what are these? Eyeshadows. These are the Scandalise sort of liquid shadows in a tube, if you like. So I've got them, and I've got another one there by Max Factor, and just glittery things, and just more stuff, if you can see. Just pencils mainly. So I'll put them back, and then in the next one I've got pretty much the same, just pencils and eyeshadow pencils. They're by Collection, eyeshadow pencils. Another one there, and another one over there, I think. And they're Barry M pencils, and then I've got these glittery ones. These are really pretty. Don't know if you can see that. They're by Hard Candy. So I think I've got 2 of them, so they're really nice. The sun is shining through now, I'm going on in my eyes. I've got a new, what's it called, mascara there. And then I've got a lot of mascaras in the back there, hang on. So more mascaras, I've got an MUA one, Maybelline one, I've got an Accessorise one, I've got Benefit Bad Girl, I've got the Full Exposure by Smashbox. I've got a Collection one there. Hang on. I've got another Collection one there. I've got an MUA one. I've got a Max Factor one. Got a Miners Cosmetics. Not sure what that one is. That's a Dainty Doll one. That's a number 7 one. That's a Bourjois one. That's a YSL Mini one. That is an MUA. That's an NYC. That's a Barry M. That is a number 7 one. And a Steeler one right at the bottom. So that's it. So the next drawer is kind of jumbled as well. I've got loads more under eye concealer things. Gosh, Collection. Who's that by? That's by Revlon. Revlon Colour Stay one. That's another Collection one, I think. Or is it? No, that's a Maybelline one. That's a Collection one. That's a Bourjois one, that black one. I think that's a normal Collection one. This is a Collection. Then I've got Steeler, then I've got Miners, then I've got NYC. And here I've got this sleek under eye concealer. And I've got sort of another one there, Wet n Wild. I've got Flawless Poreless primer there by 17. Then I've got Snazaroo white paint thing. I've got the High Beam by Benefit, and I've got the Chit Chat one from Poundland right next to it, and they are very similar. Then in this one I've got like all glitters and stuff. I've got Hard Candy glitters there. These famous ones that I got from Poundland. I've got absolutely loads of these Dazzle Dusts by Collection. They're really pretty actually, and I've got loads of them. All different ones. They don't do them anymore, but yeah, loads of different colours. I've also got quite a few of the Barry M ones, because they're really pretty as well. I've got Barry M, big one there. These are glitters by Hard Candy. Yeah, I've got a Steeler one there. I've got Barry M Dazzle Dusts there. Barry M, Barry M, Barry M, Barry M. Barry M, Bourjois one there. Mostly by Barry M really. So I've got quite a few of them, and I'll try and get in the back. So in the back again I've just got more lipsticks, and these are just ones that, random ones again, you know, that I've got no holders to put them in, so I just keep them somewhere. These are ones from Poundland, and they're NYX ones. I've got an NYC one unopened there. I've got a Poundland one there. I've got a W7 one there, which are really nice actually. I've got the Makeup Revolution ones. I've got a black one there. I'm not sure why I've got black lipstick, but I just have. And I'm going to stop this video and go to the next drawer anyway. So I'll see you in a minute. Right, so I'm back, and this is the next drawer. I've got quite a few eyeshadows in there, which I'll get out in a minute and sort of go through. All these ones here are by Dainty Doll. All these ones here are by Rimmel rather, and they're them ones. And I've got the flag ones as well, if you can see. Don't know if you can see that in this light, but I've got the flag ones there. Got quite a few of them. They were lined up all neat. I'm going to have to put them all back neat now. So I've got a load of them flag ones which I really like. And then at the front I've got an elf one there. I've got Avon. I've got like a rollerball one there, just a cheap one. I've got some other ones there, just cheapies really. I've got a City Colour one there. And then here I've got a Playboy. I've got, what else? Collection one. I've got Revlon Colour Stay block there. I've got more real ones there. I've got an older one there by Revlon. I've got a Milani one there. I've got collection one there. I think that's Bourjois. At the back I've got sort of, if I can see, I've got MUA. Oh no, these are Bourjois ones, the little Bourjois. So I've got quite a few of them Bourjois ones, if you see there, and I've got MUA ones lined up there. Hope you can see that. And then I'll take that box out and show you. So in the back there I've just got a collection one there. What are these ones? Ah, they're the empty Bobbi Brown cases. I've got another number 7 palette there which is really nice. Vivo. That one is Avon. That one's number 7, and just a few more at the back there. So I'll go to the box. So in this box I've got all different ones. Sorry the lighting isn't very good on the bed, but I've got Smashbox, I've got Illamasqua, I've got Sephora eyeshadow there. I've got quite a few of these Bourjois ones, the Bourjois, Then I've got these ones, these by Too Faced. I can't remember who they're by. Ah yeah, they're by Too Faced, there we go. So they're pretty, I think I've got 2 of them. Then I've got another Illamasqua one there, and I've got another Illamasqua gold cream one there, which is really pretty. I've got all loose Urban Decay ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Urban Decay, 7 Urban Decay ones there. I've got another Too Faced one there. More Bourjois ones, so 1, 2, 3, 4, more Bourjois. That's a L'Oreal, I think it's L'Oreal Infallible one. They're really gorgeous, so I love them. That's a MAC one. It's got 3 colours in it. This one is their Topshop ones, I think. Yeah, that's a Topshop one, and that's a Topshop one, and there's another L'Oreal one. So at the back I've got Accessorise, that's Accessorise, that's Accessorise. More Accessorise, and another one by Accessorise. Then these are the L'Oreal Infallible ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 L'Oreal Infallible ones, and another Accessorise. And at the front I've got number 7, I've got number 7, I've got Elf, what else? Number 7 one, and number 7 one. What's that? Number 7 one again, Elf one at the bottom, and what are these ones? These are Rimmel singular ones. So I've got quite a few of them, different colours. Blues, browns, all different colours. So that is that. Right then, the next drawer is sort of eyelashes and more palettes. So I've got The Only Way is Essex. I've got a load of them Eyelure ones that I got from Poundland because they're really handy because they're already pre-glued, you don't have to glue them. So I'll just take them out of the way. I think they're from Poundland as well, them lashes. Yes, when I say I like things, I stock up on them like mad, because as you can see, all the lashes. I've got a NYX Glitterati palette there. It's gorgeous, it's got all glitters in it, really pretty. underneath I've got a front cover palette there, and I've got one of them MUA glitter palettes there. Then I've got a Collection 2000 palette there. What else have I got? That's got eyeshadows in there. I've got 2 of these, and they're really nice. They're just from Superdrug, but they are really bright colours, and they're really nice and pigmented. So I've got 2 of those. Then I've got these Makeup Revolution palettes. I've got the Smoked palette there, I think. Redemption palette, Hot Smoked. Then I've got the iconic 1, 2 and 3 there. That Makeup Revolution actually sent to me. Then at the back here I've got, at the bottom is an e.l.f. palette there with all different shades in it. This next one I think is W7, yeah, and that's got all different shades in it. This one I always keep. It's absolutely crap, but it was my first ever palette, and look at the state of it. That's where I started, and that's called Catwalk Colour. And I'm just keeping it for keeping's sake because I want to know where I started. They're from Primark, and they're just lip glitters. And they're more eyeshadows in like a wallet thing there. I've got booklets here. Then I've got W7 palettes here. They're dupes for the Urban Decay. So I've got In the Buff, and I've got the other one there. So I'll go to the next drawer. So this is the last drawer, and I've actually got a bit of space in this one. Yay! Can you see now why I say I'm not getting any more makeup? Because this is the only space that I've got, and my bedroom is quite small, so no makeup for me, no more makeup for me. Anyway, these are the Calvin Klein cream eyeshadows, so I've got quite a few of them in there. And then I've got these, and these are by Rimmel. These are the mousses, the colour mousses, and I've got more Rimmel cream eyeshadows there. And basically that's just what's in that pot, is cream eyeshadows. Then in the next pot there I've got like little testers, if you like, of different things. That's their real thing. And then I've just got, if I lift it out probably be easier, just like little testers, foundation testers that I've been given. That's by Benefit, and that's Fake Up by Benefit. So yeah, if that's not a tablet, if you think that's a tablet, it's not. It's lipstick by Urban Decay. So yeah, it's a lipstick thing, just testers really. And then in the next one I've got perfume testers, so keep some perfume testers in there. In the next one I've got more eyeshadows, so most of these are W7 and MUA, I think. So yeah, I've got all my MUA ones in there and W7, so I've got quite a few in there. Then in the next one here, I've got just random ones, collection 1, more collection. I've got 17 there, which are quite nice, these 17 ones actually. They're really nice. I've got a few of them in there actually, which I like. That's a Maybelline one. And then in the back there I've got, what are these, Hard Candy, I've got a Natural Collection, I've got a Natural Collection, and then I think all these ones are Nivea. Yep, all them are Nivea ones. And then I will go on to this. Yes, I have more makeup, guys. Oh no, I won't. I will go on to the 2 last drawers, but I've just got perfume, and Jamie's got aftershave in them. So in that one is like pretty much most of my perfumes, if you can see that. Some bottles you can stand up, sometimes you have to lie them on the side because these drawers are quite, you know, not very deep. But yeah, there's a lot of my perfumes. And then Jamie's aftershaves. These are not all his aftershaves, some of them are out on the side as well. But they are his aftershaves. But he's only got like 1 drawer to himself, which is tight, but he doesn't have any makeup, so there we go. I get most of the space. And that space down there on the floor, usually I can't get into because it's got all my nail varnishes. If I turn around on the bed, these are all my nail varnishes. I've got that one, I've got that one, and I've got that box there with a load of nail varnishes in, and I'm not going through them. Right, so I keep a load of other makeup on this stand here. It's just a CD stand, but Jamie attached it to the wall for me. And I keep a load of stuff on there, which is really handy. I've just got bottles on the top. I've got Hugo Boss, I've got Sanctuary, Versace, the Body Shop, and then on the next one I've got eyeshadow palettes. That is by Vivo. The next one is Fashionista one, I think. The next one is an Accessorize palette there. The next one is Beauty UK, and that should be Beauty UK as well. Yep. This next one is by Elf, I think. This is a beauty book by Elf, yeah. The next one is, what are you? You by Elf? Yeah, that's another Elf one there. This is a huge one, this is by NYX, 78 colour eyeshadow palette by NYX, it's got loads in it. These ones are all my sleek ones. I can go through them, but I won't show you the colours, I'll just tell you which ones I've got. Right, so I'm down on the bed again with my sleek palettes. I've got the Ultra Matte palette, then I've got the Vintage Romance palette, I've got the Snapshots palette, I've got the Ultra Matte V2. What's the next one? I've got the Storm palette. What are you? Oh So Special. I've got the Acid palette. I've got the Primer palette. What are you? What's that one? Oh, the Original palette, there we go. Then I've got the Celestial palette. Then I've got Arabian Nights. Then I've got the Sunset palette, and the last one, Garden of Eden. Alright, the next ones are MUA palettes, I think, so I'll go through them now. Right, so these are my MUA palettes. This lighting is terrible. But I'll tell you what I've got. I've got the Up All Night palette there. Then I've got the MUA Hall of Fame. That is that Marbled Artist Collection one. Is that the first one I ever got? No, that's the Undressed Me palette, that is. That's the dupe for the Urban Decay. And that's the Undressed Me 2 palette, another dupe for Urban Decay. That's the Matte palette, I think, yeah. That's another Matte palette. This one is one of the new ones, isn't it? The Asylum palette. Next one is Golden something, I can't remember what that was called. Going for Gold, that palette. The next one is the Glitter Ball palette. Next one is Poptastic. The next one, I think this was my first ever one, and this is Heaven and Earth, yeah. Heaven and Earth was my first one. Then this spiky one is Pretty Edgy. And then I've got a bigger one there with quite a lot in, that's called the Immaculate Collection. And then this is the smoked one, I think. Yeah, Smoking palette. And that's a dupe for the Urban Decay as well. So the next row down is my Rimmel Kate Moss lipsticks. And just get them out to show you. They're all the Kate Moss lipsticks, and the back ones are, I think them two are Revlon, and them three are Lip Butters. That's them. So the next one down is got more lipsticks. These are the colour Sensational, think by Maybelline. That one's a hard candy one. These are all Calvin Klein ones. These ones are Playboy ones. These are number 7 ones. Not sure what that one is. That's a sleek one, I think. That's, I should put that back in. That's my only Benefit lipstick there. I've only got one Benefit lipstick. That is a Dior mini lipstick. That's my only YSL lipstick. Sorry about this stupid lighting. My only YSL lipstick. Then I've got 3 NYX lipsticks there. Sorry, I've got a YSL mini there. So that's in that one. So the next one down is NYC lipsticks. All these are NYC. These purple ones are Rimmel. These ones are Beauty UK. That's a Topshop lipstick. That's Beauty UK. These ones are all Bourjois ones at the back. So as you can see, I started at the top and I've made my way down, 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 and now I'm on this one. This has got a bag in it, and this is by Dior, and it's got like a few tiny little samples in this bag which I can't open at the moment. That's the Urban Decay Shattered palette. That's the Urban Decay Electric Dead Colourful palette. That's the Urban Decay, what are they called? I don't even know. That's another Urban Decay palette. I can't remember what they're called. I'm not much of a fan of Urban Decay. I don't know what they're called, but that one. And then I've got this Urban Decay one with the skull on. Can't really open them to show you. There we go. That one. And then I've got another Urban Decay one there, feminine palette. And that's that. So yeah, they're Urban Decay. So the next one down is, I've got a Dior palette there. I've got the Urban Decay Vice 3 there. I've got the Vice 2 there, and the Vice, the Vice 2 there, and the Vice 1 there, and that one at the bottom is another one, Urban Decay, and I think that's the 25th year anniversary one or something like that. So yeah, I love all my Urban Decay palettes. And in the next one down, I've got more Urban Decay. I've got the new Urban Decay Naked on the Run. I've got another full exposure palette there, which I absolutely love that palette. Then this palette, which is gorgeous, I love it. It's the Too Faced palette, and it's Joy to the Girls. I just love that palette, it's gorgeous. It was a Christmas special. Then this is Crazy Sexy Kohl, that's Smolder Kohl eyeliners by Soap and Glory. See if I can open it. So you get 5 eyeliners and 3 eyeshadows at the top. Then, as you can see, right down at the bottom. So this is what I keep at the bottom, the Lorac Pro Mega. Then I keep my MAC palette. Then I keep my Lorac number 1, I think, or number 2, because I've got both of them, 1 and 2. And then I keep the Stila, I can't remember what it was called. All Night, no, it wasn't All Night. Can't remember what it was called, but my Stila palette, which is really gorgeous as well. And that is it, guys. That is basically all my collection, and I'll just give you a look in them boxes up there, them Beatles boxes, which I said I was going to. Right, I'm back, and these are the Beatles boxes that I got from, can't remember, TK Maxx. So they're really cool, I like them, they're tin boxes. And in this one I keep my sort of lip stain type ones, so lip stains or matte type things. And I've got Miners, I've got Superstay 10 Hour, and that's by Maybelline I think. I've got another one there. Then I've got Rimmel ones, I've got another, that's Cream Puff by Collection 2000. These ones are by Beauty UK, I got sent them. They're really nice. And I've just got more pen type ones. Most of them I got from like Poundland and stuff. I've got the other Revlon ones, the non-matte ones. Collection 2000 ones. Ones with like colour on one end and like cream on the other end. I've got Max Factor one there, I've got another Max Factor one there. they're just bit and kissable ones, and that's it in that one. So in this next one I've got lip glosses, and I've got Barry M, I've got Avon, I've got another Avon one there, I've got the, what are these, the Juicy Tube I think, these are Clarins ones, I've got Stila there, lip polish, I've got other Glam Shine ones, I've got a glittery one there, I think that might be Avon as well, I'm not sure. That's an MUA one, which is really nice. That one is by the Body Shop. That's a Collection Lock and Hold one. I've got a Clarins one there, lip gloss. I've got one that I haven't opened there, Barry M. I've got an MUA lip gloss there. That's a L'Oreal lip gloss. Can't remember what that is. That's a Clarins one there, I think. An Avon one, another Clarins one, Bourjois one, another Stila one here. Who's that by? I think that's by Gemma Kid. Can't remember who that one is by. That's another Stila one there, that orange one. Bourjois ones, another Bourjois one. Who's that by? Bourjois again, yeah. Just all different ones really, MUA. You can see in there. That one's really nice. That one's by Lancome. That's another Stila one there. And I actually don't wear much lip gloss, but I've got a lot of lip gloss considering that I don't wear much. So that is all, guys, that's my makeup collection. So I'm back now. I have been through everything. I hope you liked that video. I'm sorry it was so long, guys, but it took me ages to go through everything, and I could have just done it dead quick and like flick through it, but I did want to show you sort of what I've got and what type of makeup I've got. So I'm sorry if it was too long, but you have requested this video. I hope you can give it a thumbs up. I hope you can share this video, and I really hope you liked it. And this is everything I've got, and I agree, I'm bonkers, I'm nuts, and I don't need any more makeup. But thanks for watching, really hope you liked it, and yeah, I'll speak to you again soon. Please leave any comments down below, but please leave nice comments, as this is just my hobby, and this is my hobby that I really love doing. So thanks for watching, and no, I wasn't bragging at all, but yeah, this is just my collection and what you wanted to see. But thanks for watching, guys, bye. Right, how do you stop this?